Yo, what's up? How you doing? This is BB from the Metal Band Cryzix, and this is a new video from this beautiful place that, as you can see, looks like a homeless place. This is not a troll video. Where the fuck am I doing here? This is my hometown, Igualada. This is where we keep all the stuff from my band Cryzix, the drum set, some amplifiers, some in-ears here, and I'm just spending some days here in Barcelona, in Igualada, near Barcelona, but in some weeks I'll return back to Nantes in my usual place. And keep yourself in this video because I'm going to talk about something very important that if you have a band or you want to start creating your musical project, you will find very useful this video. But first of all, I want to tell you that this is not a trolling video. It's a video full of information that I'm doing for the first time here. I don't know how the fuck it's going to be lightning. And also, by the way, I just didn't shave myself because I cut while shaving over here. I don't know which place. And yeah, I don't know if I can, I don't know if you're experienced, I need a senior tip, but I cut myself and I don't know if I have to shave back or I will reopen the wound or I have to wait to grow my beard until it heals. So tell me if it's safe that I shave again or I have to wait for 1 week or something, because I make like a raining blood kind of cut while shaving the other day. So I appreciate your tip in the comments, okay? All right, so I wanted to do this video, first of all, because before I went to Barcelona, back here, and by the way, when I'm going to be traveling here, maybe I'm going to do some more videos here, so get used to this beautiful place. So I did a mastermind. You know, I did this gathering of 50 musicians from all over the world, and we were, I was connecting with so many dots, you know, and information that it's so important for bands nowadays to masterize and interiorize, you know, because we all come from this analog world in metal music, you know, that our references, you know, our heroes, Metallica, Creator, Megadeth, whatever the fuck you are listening to, they grew up and they built a fan base in the moment that there was not internet, you know, and this changed the game. When the social media started to kick in, not just with Napster and all these things, when you had this possibility to download music, but also the social media changed the game on how bands build a fan base. And this is something that we metalheads, we have to start understanding more and more, the quicker the best, because otherwise we will get left behind, you know, and we are all just complaining and thinking like, okay, the algorithm doesn't like me, or why I have to do content, or why do I need presence online? But also, meanwhile you do these questions to yourself, you're gonna be checking probably that you're touring and nobody is going to see you in the shows, and also you're gonna be experiencing that, fuck man, it's very difficult for me to find new people and create new community, because all the people who comes from when I go to tour in Berlin or to Barcelona or whatever is exactly the same people as I came the other time. So how do I make more people come into my shows? And this is one thing that you have to understand very quickly, okay? That how Metallica, how Creator, how all these bands build a fan base, a community around their music, it's when they started playing tours and of course promoting themselves in radios, in magazines and all these things. But of course the number one source for them to create a community, it was like touring, and especially touring, because there was more, people was more into discovering new music on live, you know, let's say like this. But nowadays you have to give a lot of reasons to people to come see you, you know, you have to give a reason people to really come to see you. That's it, you know, because you can watch an artist from Spotify, from YouTube, or whatever. And the thing here is that artists think that the work stops when they just release the music on Spotify or on YouTube, and here the work stops. But what you have to understand is that live shows are the place where you strengthen bonds with your existing fan base. And of course, a little percentage of people will be new and will be like discovering you. And of course, if you play and open for a bigger band, of course, a lot of people will discover you, new people. But let's say that social media is the place where you strengthen bonds, you know? All this work that bands used to do back in the day, that they were signing sessions, going to record stores, signing vinyls, and meeting the fans in person. It's a work that you as a band, you should start doing. You should start doing on social media, like allowing people to meet you more, you know. And back in the day, it was not just in record stores, but also it was not also meet and greets, but also it was, for example, doing interviews on the radios or answering interviews on the magazines. But nowadays, guys, magazines, nobody's buying real magazines, only the fans, that they want to collect things, which is cool also, But the main source that people gets information is social media, because it's like I was talking to my the other day to my father, because I'm with my parents these days, and I'm just feeling more and more this contrast between the digital world and the analog world. And for example, this is like a little comparison, but for example, before all the knowledge that you had before the internet, it was the number of books that you had in your bibliothèque. I don't know if it's called like this, but where you store all your books, like this little shelf full of books. This would be the information that you had available for you before internet. So the bigger your shelf, the more knowledge you have, right? And nowadays, it's not like this. It's you can just access to ChatGPT and ask for anything, So that's why in the physical format, you will not find anything. I don't know why I told this. This comparison. But let's say that in the physical format, it's not existing anymore. It's not a relevant format anymore. It's social fucking media. It's appearing on the videos on people. This is the main source of free promotion that you will have, guys. And don't think that you have to create content like, oh man, now I have to go here, go with my band and do like this trending TikTok or whatever shit that you have to do. No, man. What you have to just do, it's expose, like open a window to your band, to your band life. Open a window. Allow people to observe what you're doing, and you can film yourself meanwhile you are recording, meanwhile you are rehearsing, or meanwhile you're on tours. You can create a lot of content that don't think like I have to create content for random people, but you're creating content that the same video that you would share to your friends, like, hey guys, look where we are. We are crossing the river of whatever city, about to hit the venue, and look how cool is that. So instead of sending it on WhatsApp to your friends or going one by one to your fans, you're just posting it online and you allow people to live your tour experience with you, for example, right? Of course, you can also be a little bit more smart and create some content that also is engaging and this, but you don't have to. I mean, this is something that you will be doing. You don't have to put the pressure on you like, oh, what type of content? Let's schedule it. Let's do a brainstorm. I would tell you, man, just start filming things, post it, and don't care about people what think. This is the most difficult thing, I guess, because people is afraid of rejection maybe, or their nervous system feels exposed, feels in danger when they are exposing themselves. I guess it's the same when you just go up on stage, When you are go up on stage, your nervous systems, if you're not used to it, you feel like stressed and you start behaving like a random, I don't know, like not normal, You start behaving like very constrained, Versus a person who has experience. When they jump on the stage, maybe they feel nervous, but when they got the mic, they don't care. They are just themselves, So this is something that you have to practice, man. It's not from one day to another. It's like you don't just play one show and then you become a master of the stage, like leading the people with the mic, and saying, hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? And who is here for rock and roll? And people, hey, me, all these things, all this security, all this confidence, you build it show after show. And also, when you're filming with your band or you're creating content or whatever, or you're just doing whatever, you get used to it more and more. I have to tell you guys that when I started with Cryzix and we had this YouTube channel called Hoolivision, it was like let's say like a reality show back in 2010 when, this YouTube phenomenon was not that huge. But we started, our singer was just catching the camera and he was just filming our everyday life as a band. And me, man, I have to tell you, if you can check the videos, there are internet, check Hoolivision, and you will see that I was the most shy guy. I was very afraid of the camera. When Juli was singing, I was filming me, we were on tour and I was in, I don't know, I was appearing there because I was with the guys, I didn't know what to do. I was just replying nonsense stuff, So it took me, 18 years, maybe 15 years to get this, traction, this self-confidence, and also in the stage as well, in the stage also when I had to, in some songs I had to lead, with the mic and present the song or whatever. In the first days I was totally, shitting my pants, So it's something that the more you do it, the more confident you will feel it. And in the end, it's not just about making a role player, like, like acting. It's just about how you would react with your friends, how you would behave with your friends. Just put it in the show, up in the stage, or when you're filming in the camera, just be your fucking self, I think that's very complicated sometimes to understand, but it's just put some practice on it, So, guys, I will leave it here, but what I would say, this is the thing that in the mastermind, when I was doing it these last days, and I was checking the stories of these guys and that guy, and they were telling me like, yeah, man, I'm struggling with having online presence. All of them, all the musicians from all the places of the world, they were struggling with online presence. And of course, this is translated to selling more tickets, because if you don't have online presence, you're less likely to have more people in the shows, because nobody knows you, So it's something that you have to more and more get trained and just, I understand, man. It's like a new thing. People is scared. People have to show up and get exposed. And this is something that makes people afraid. But man, it's like a swimming pool, like an empty swimming pool that you think that you're gonna jump and you're gonna fall. But man, I tell you, if you do it, you will see. If you jump, you will see that you have people for you to take you. You will see that in the end, they are not just numbers. They are people. They are actually every follower from your fan base, from your audience, from your Instagram, of your band page, or your own profile page, is a person with his own story, with his own struggles, with his own things that he likes and the things that he doesn't like and the things that they are afraid. So the more you will know these people and meet these people, and also make an effort, don't be like this phantom artist that never replies to no one and doesn't care about the DMs, Be more close to people, because each one of the people who is following you has a story behind, and they probably connect with your own story as a band, and that's why they are following you. So exploding this, and not taking for granted this, and don't act like a fucking rock star like you already had a big career, but just be more close. This is something that will unlock a lot of doors, and will make people be more close to you and more connected to your new music, motherfucker, So give it some thoughts about this. And if you have any question or you feel overwhelmed by this, I tell you, man, send me DM on Instagram, and I love to give guidance, and I personally will check out and analyze your band, what you're creating, the content you're creating, the music you're releasing, how are you promoting, and I will tell you, man, maybe you're lacking here and here and here, and that's why people is not reacting here and there, and that's why you have low numbers on Spotify or YouTube. So if you have any question of how you could improve any of these areas, from selling merch, from having more online presence, or selling more tickets, or doing things in a better way as a band and having more impact in the end, hit me a DM on Instagram. I will be more than happy to guide you, because man, it's something that I struggled as well. We struggled with Cryzix, and I know all the bands that they are struggling. And the more I talk openly about this with bands, the more I see that everyone is in the same boat. Everyone is struggling, and they don't know how to fucking do it, and they think they have to, pay ads and get 1 million people. But in the end, it's more like a one-to-one close relationship with people. This is the fucking key, guys. Thank you for watching another episode. Now, from Igualada, Barcelona, I will be some days more here, so expect more content here or in another room. Or hopefully I can dress this a little bit. Thank you for checking me out with this video. Don't hesitate to contact me. We all have to learn, guys. We all have to fucking learn in this life. Building a fucking career, it's not a joke, man. It's a fucking business step that you are doing. So don't be a prick. Don't be like this, like, oh, I want to pretend that I know everything. No, man. Everyone is learning, and every year new things are coming and new things you have to learn. Everyone, every industry, every fucking label, every fucking big band has to learn every year, because the game is evolving. So don't act like a prick. Just ask more, okay? So, guys, thank you for following. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.